Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today this is another do-it-yourself video, and this time we're going to be installing a new faucet, kitchen faucet and drain. So this faucet here, it was leaking, as you can see. It's a very leaky faucet and we have to pretty much replace this. So let's go ahead and I will show you how to take this out and install a new faucet. So let's go. Okay, so first things first, you'll need, of course, a new faucet kit. And it comes with everything seen here. You got the sprayer, and you got the new faucet. And this one's about a 1/2 inch in diameter. The screws here, so you want to make sure you have the right extension pieces here for this fitting. And then it has the pieces that go underneath the faucet piece here. So just make sure you have all that, and then of course. Okay, so first things first, you want to shut the water valves off, both the cold and hot water. So those are already shut off. And you just want to make extra sure that they're shut off here. Okay. And there's no water coming out of there. So I will go ahead and start disassembling the old faucet. Okay, so before I go ahead and remove everything here, so what I want to do is I want to replace this little gun here, this water gun, with this one here. And what I want to do is take out the soap dispenser here, because I don't really use it much. So I'm going to take this out and just add this in place of the soap dispenser. Okay, so we're just going to start loosening the bolts from the pipes here, the fittings. So you want to kind of get this started. And I have a bucket in case it starts leaking some water, which could be a bad valve, but hopefully this is not the case. So we'll just keep loosening the bolt here. Okay, so just kind of looking around under the sink here. See how it's leaking? See that leak? It's definitely a bad faucet, so we need to really replace this thing. So I'm going to start unloosening the bottom pieces here, as you can see. It's really tough to get to, so you know you'll have to be patient. It's going to be a little tricky to get to things. So I have like my smaller wrench and everything in case I need it, but that's loose in there. And what I thought was I was able to pull this up and out, but unfortunately it's not the case. I have to take the little metal pipes or little hoses off for the faucets. So now let's get these little black screw pieces off here. There we go. It's coming along. And sometimes you are able to just leave the hoses on and push them through from the top of the sink. Okay, so just taking everything off here. Really hard to get to. Okay, it's coming undone here. There we go. Now I should be able to push the sink, or take the sink out from the top. Okay, so here we go. Oh, looks like we have a snag here. So there's actually a little piece, it's like a weight to keep the hose down, and it's preventing me from pulling the rest of the hose out of the fixture here. So we're going to have to just cut this thing. Okay, so I was able to cut it, as you can see there. So now I have the old faucet here, so just push that through. Yeah, this thing, you know, this sink, this faucet really wasn't that old. It was only like 3 years old. Okay, so now we're going to install the new faucet. And this one's all metal. So the other faucet was kind of cheap when it was put in. It was like plastic and everything, like the you know, the top part and everything was all plastic. It was just really cheap. But we're going to put in a, you know, it's all steel faucet rather. That's what I wanted. And here's the hose that we're going to attach. And again, please make sure that you're installing the right hoses, because then you know, you'll just have to make another trip to the hardware store. So I'm going to start attaching the new hose to the faucet. And this one's a 20-inch long hose with a 1/2-inch size bolt. So I have that one on, so we're just going to go ahead and screw it. I'm just kind of showing you that, you know, it's screwed in, but make sure it's tight. But you don't want to over tighten it either, because you could stress the copper piping that goes to the faucet fixture. You don't want to do that because you could damage it, and then you'll have another leaky faucet again. But you want to make sure everything's tight, like I said. And now I'll add the other faucet piece. Okay, so now everything's on and tighten. I'm going to check and see if this will actually fit through the top there. If not, I'll have to unbolt the two hoses and reinstall it again. So, okay, so first things first, you want to make sure everything's clean here. And keep in mind, you want to also put some caulking around here too to hold the faucet in place and keep it insulated from water. Okay, so the caulking and everything's on. And again, you want to use silicone caulking to keep the insulation in place. Okay, so I just kind of taped it there just to keep it from moving, the tape. So now everything's in place. As you can see, it looks really nice already. It's nice to have a new faucet, but it's unfortunately they have to replace this after 3 years. But make sure you get a decent faucet if you're ever going to put something in, because you want it to last. Okay, so we're back under here. What I ended up having to do is I had to take one of the hoses off, as you can see here, because it wasn't fitting through the hole because it's too small. So I'll just reattach it when I'm done here. Well, let's secure the faucet with the plastic screws, or plastic fasteners, whatever you want to call them. And it's really nice with the tape and everything and the silicone on the top. You know, I won't have to go I won't have to keep climbing out of under the sink and checking the top to make sure it's centered properly. So that's why you want to tape everything down. That's just my method that I kind of figured out. It's of course it's painter's tape, so it won't really hurt anything. So there you go, everything's bolted down. And now I can reattach the hose, the hot water hose rather. I want to make sure these are extra tight. You know, sometimes you'll have little snags here and there, but you want to. Okay, so as you can see here, everything is all tightened up. As you can see, left and right, both hot and water is connected. And now let's go ahead and give it a test. Okay, so there we are. Everything is hooked up and ready to go. So again, thank you so much for watching another one of my do-it-yourself videos. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll have more videos like this one as well. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.